For over a decade, Frans and I have explored Sweden's lakes, and this year we decided to try something different. Now there is no denying that many of these areas we fished for so long in Sweden have become quite popular. And partially that is thanks to us, or you can blame us, depending how you look at it. But it's a strange balance in the world of fishing. With every post, every video, there's always risk involved, crowding the very spots you cherish. Now last year's trip to Värmland was a wild ride, so to say. A lot of rain, a lot of bad luck, and thankfully some monster fish in the end. It left us a bit torn. We want to return to the familiar places that we cherish or chase something new. And this is where Finland, the untamed wilderness, started to whisper us. In this video I want to give you our insights on what it takes to travel to Finland with your own boat and fish these remote lakes. And of course I want to compare Finland to Sweden so you guys know which country matches your fishing style. And of course if you have any questions, drop them down below. Look at this beast! In this quite long video I will explain the cost of traveling to Finland with your own boat, using the ferry to Helsinki, how the water conditions are compared to Sweden, dive a little bit into the cultural differences and showcase the final days of our trip in Finland. This is quite a long video, so you can skip to certain segments. Timestamps are down below. I can tell you straight away, Finland, it feels untouched and unexplored. A place where the language is a bit of a mystery. I can't understand a single word they are saying. You have these insane road signs that nobody can read, and yeah, you also cannot buy alcohol early in the morning. That's one way to combat alcoholism. So we decided Finland is the place to go, and we had to travel for more than 2.5 days to eventually get close to the Russian border. So we hooked up the boat and trailer behind the car and set out on a long travel towards Finland. A more than 6.5 hour drive towards the north of Germany, and then the ferry from Travemünde towards Helsinki. Now we took the ferry to get to Finland and we booked through Finlines, and our journey with car and boat on the trailer costed us around 1,300 euros for a one-way ticket, and that's a lot of money. But the return ticket was way cheaper, around 800 euros, and this includes a cabin, dinner, breakfast and lunch. The ferry from Helsinki towards Germany departs at 2 o'clock in the night, which is also good to know because it is quite an uncomfortable time to travel, while the ferry from Helsinki to Germany departs at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But you need to be there several hours before the check-in starts.
Really glad that they forced us to get the windows off.
And even though the crossing is quite expensive, the ferry is a bit outdated.
Iets andere kwaliteit dan wat de stenen wij gewend zijn het. Zo.
We kunnen nog die kant op. Daar ligt hij.
Daar ligt hij nog. Even omvaren.
So after a trip with the ferry for 30 hours, you heard that right, 30 hours, we finally arrived in the port of Helsinki. And from here we traveled towards one of the least populated areas in the northeast of Finland.
Yeah, that's how the road looks in Finland, boys.
Fucking Finland. From Helsinki to our final destination, it is another 8-hour drive, but we do make a short stop along the way. There's just too much water around and we can't resist the urge.
No way.
Wauw, wat een kleuren, hè? Ik wil een epische foto maken.
Oh, first fish of the Finland trip. First class. On quite a regular spot. Let's get her back.
We sadly cannot catch any more pike, but we do get eaten by mosquitoes. But we continue the journey, and for a couple more hours we just drive between woods, lakes and just a lack of civilization. And that is exactly what we came for. Look at the view. And of course we got treated with horrible Finnish weather, which made it on some days impossible to go out on the lake. The first couple of days in Finland were spent filming for Savage Gear. We are doing a production across Europe where we fish some legendary locations. In Swedish Lapland I went with Hugo, and in Finland I spent my days fishing with Frans. This video series will hit early, maybe late autumn, and I would definitely keep an eye out on that. But after the production for Savage Gear, Frans and I had, well, roughly 3 days to fish. One of the days we headed out with Ville, our local contact, and you can tell that the dude is passionate about pike fishing. Well, you can't blame him. The dude is in Finland and snowed in for 7 months a year. So when he can get out, he makes the most out of it. In my experience, people from Finland are often a bit hard to read or to socialize with until you break the ice, and then you will notice how warm, friendly and helpful they truly are. Ville was no exception, and we were truly thankful for his help because his knowledge of these waters is quite impressive. It is always great to meet up with like-minded fanatic pike anglers and exchange some ideas about food and local beverages. The trolling session that day started out great with an amazing fish caught on the 30cm trout, a black one in clear water but quite colored, and it felt like we had a great start of the day. But strangely enough, that turned out to be the only decent fish of the day. An anomaly in Finland, I guess. Even though we saw tons of bait fish and we really could see the potential of this specific area. We called it quits quite early because there was a big rain and thunderstorm incoming, and we also had another 2-hour drive up ahead because we are moving towards a new house, a new location, and that was easier said than done. Yeah, found a gas station. Look at the fucking road, dude. Look at this. Holy shit. God damn. What's going on over here? Well, apparently this is a gas station where I should be able to fuel up, but look, it's abandoned, I think.
It looks pretty much like a...
Yeah, there's like bags over the...
Yeah, waste collection.
To be honest, we got like really enthusiastic when we saw the pizza sign. But yeah, I doubt we can get a pizza here, man.
Yeah.
Nah, the terminal is fucking close here.
Coffee pizza.
Look at this. That's depressing.
Urban exploring.
Yeah, you could do a whole episode over here.
As a happy cat though.
Yeah. Coffee pizza. Look at the swing over there.
Dude. Look at the bear.
How long is this closed? It looks like Chernobyl just.
Maybe look through the window. Just get out of the car and look through the window.
Yeah, you can see all the seats.
Everything is stacked up. Yeah. Wow, the flower. Plantenbakker.
The plantenbakker. Yeah, someone used to order those. So yeah, I think we can make it on what we have in the tank. But yeah, we're not gonna get that pizza. Alright, maybe we'll get lucky once we get closer to the final destination.
Yeah, to the city.
The city. This one is just very worse, I think.
I love my Dutch roads.
We continued our way toward the Airbnb, but we ended up on some really sketchy dirt roads. It kind of looked like the Airbnb that we booked, but... Damn. Alright, so we need to turn, and then we need to see how we can... This fucking sucks, dude.
I'm glad we stopped to take a leak because...
How do we know this is the one for sure?
We don't.
For fuck's sake. Yeah, let's turn the boat around first.
So the road to the B&B. We thought, well, can't get any worse, but
3 hours later.
the road does have a nice view though.
We do see the lake that way, aim to fish.
Well, sir, we have arrived.
Yeah. This is our new luxury retreat.
From the listing, it says that this is actually the stairs that you need to climb upwards to get to the bed. So, yeah. Then we got a power socket, I think, here. No, that's just some lights. It's spacious.
Yeah, it is.
We can park the boat, which is nice. Oh, here we got a power socket. That's good. You can charge the boat. Where the fuck did you go? Are you taking a piss? Ah, we hebben stroom hier hoor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the wiring.
Oh really?
This wouldn't pass building legislation in the Netherlands, I guess. It's outside. Oh well.
Trust me, I'm an engineer.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, let's get inside. Well,
We kunnen douchen.
it seems actually way nicer than I expected it to be. Oh, well, this is a bit... Oh, we got a sauna, dude.
Yeah.
This is the shitter, I guess.
Oh, holy shit, dude. It's 50 degrees here.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, fuck no.
Holy shit. I unplugged the heaters.
Oh, fuck, they put the heaters on?
Yeah, yeah.
No.
They're on there. If you watch out, because you will burn your hand. This one is off.
They put the heaters on? Why?
This one is off. But we've got
Let's open the window.
mosquito nets.
Oh, that's why. This is where the other entrance was.
Cool.
Alright. Of course, our luck, day 2 got completely destroyed by horrible weather. Tough luck. Also, this gas station doesn't work. The only thing we could do that day is refuel and get some groceries to get the maximum out of the next day. Yeah, this day literally fell into the water and the next day looked a lot brighter, but we did have a lot of extra ballast in the boat. Alright, ready sir?
Yeah. God damn it.
So we arrived at the location we want to fish today. We, oh man, we had a window of 2 days, well 3 days actually, to fish on our own. We traveled to Finland to fish for Savage Gear. We had a really cool project that was gonna launch, I think around September, October maybe. And then we had 3 days to fish on our own. One we fished with a Wiele, and I was like, I wouldn't say a failure, but within the first half hour Frans got a really nice finished pike. That was like the only normal fish of the entire day. We trawled for so many hours on so many good spots. It wasn't too deep, lots of bait fish, currents, relatively clear water compared to what we have found so far in Finland. And that was it. And then yesterday, well, we thought about going out, but it was just so bad in terms of rain and wind, and so now we got a little more than a day left. So we're gonna try to make the most of it by going all in. It is a massive lake. It's really big. It's not like Vänern where it's just a big pond, so to speak. This is a huge lake with a lot of bays and, I don't know, sides, small bays that look like giant lakes on its own. And we are gonna do our best to find some pike here. We're just organizing the boat because we realize we're not gonna troll over here. The water is really dark, as in Not as in clear water, but yeah, it's coffee. Holland's Deep is clear compared to what we have found over here. So we're gonna fish the grass. Frans already saw some bait fish being hunted by, I don't know, a perch or a pike. It looks relatively shallow, and what we have seen on the map, there are a lot of nice areas where small streams and rivers come in. And we're just gonna focus on those areas, casting between the lily pads. And use some of the live tech that's available these days, because with murky water and live, it's a bit more feasible to find the fish. Packing in our big baits, we've used them for 1 day in the entire Finland trip. Get all the trolling gear out and get some of the new baits, like the new slow rollers for the pelagic casting. Just replaced this one because it's completely demolished. Repaired it a couple of times, so that one is out for today. And let's get the boat in. Well, first let's get the final trolling gear out, clean up some stuff in the boat. So we got until 4 o'clock in the morning. It is now 9, so that means we have 19 hours of fishing ahead. That's kind of hardcore, but we gotta make the most of it, because that's the only time we have left in Finland. So far the boat ramps that we found were fairly easy to access and find on Google Maps. We didn't find anywhere boat ramp fee applied, and the licenses to get to the certain lakes you want to fish are easy to find through Google, and you can order them online. You don't need to go to a post office or a gas station like you sometimes need to do in other countries, like Italy for instance. Grinding out the first spot. It looked really nice on the map, as in the wind was pushing on it, and the depth goes from 3 meters to, well, 2 and 1, but it goes from 3 to 0.5, something like that, and a lot of debris on the bottom. We had the first contact. Frans had a decent pike hitting it and followed close to the boat and turned away. But the water is so murky you can't really see or convert any followers. You don't see it, just your bait gets out of the water, like you see it approaching towards the boat 10 centimeters before it actually breaches the surface. So yeah, it's not great. I think we're spoiled in the Netherlands and some lakes in Sweden where we have really nice clarity. A lot of logs on the bottom as well, which Frans and I both encountered a couple of times, getting stuck. Even though we were both fishing Frans fishing a whitefish and I'm fishing the slow roller with a shallow rig. Yeah, we both got stuck multiple times. Just need to get stuck into a pike. But first contact, so that gives a lot of inspiration and motivation. And I think, what do you think? Should we try the little ledge over there? It seems like the shipping lane is a bit deeper, and then you have some grass and shit coming up.
Oh, looks
Might
good.
be a nice area. Just gonna work our way slowly towards the outside. And would you look at that?
No way.
Blue skies.
No way.
Very nice. One of the quicker ways to learn how a water, how to read the water, is to deploy a live transducer. Some hate it, some love it. I like to use it when it's beneficial, and in this case we have no idea where to find the fish. We got some deeper holes according to the Navionics app, which crashes all the time, which is wonderful. And you might wonder why I'm using the Navionics app and not the chart on my screen. It's because I kind of forgot that Finland wasn't part of my Scandinavian map. And apparently you can't download it these days. They ship you a physical SD card towards your home address, which kind of sucks because it's 2,000 kilometers away. And also, did you notice the temperature drop? The last day that we fished, it was 22 degrees surface temperature. Now it's 16. It's summer in Finland and we are wearing 4 different layers of clothing. I even got a warm mid layer. But I'm confident. Are you confident?
Hell yeah.
What is this?
Meugati. It's even smaller than the 40 centimeter trout.
layering up is super important to stay warm, especially in winter, but now in Finland it doesn't feel like summer either. So with the new Grundens thermal full zip hoodie, keeps you nice and warm. I like to put my t-shirt underneath it. This one is for now fine with an outer shell, like the Gamma that I've been using. And this is a really nice base layer. A couple of nice features on these is it has a built-in buff. And it has elastic bands, so it keeps your cuffs close to your wrists. I like to use this as a base layer, t-shirt underneath, this one over it, and then if it gets really cold, a puffer jacket, and then your outer layer. So if you want to get a good piece to stay warm in the coming colder months, check out the Grundens full zip thermal hoodie. There is a lot of bait fish. But it seems like the more shallow we get, which makes sense with such a low water temperature, like 15 degrees. But between 5 and 8 meters, a lot of bait fish. I haven't spotted a single pike, but there is a small stream coming into the bay over here. Bay, the lake on its own. And we got a really nice shallow area over there according to the Yap. I think we're gonna scout around on the edge of the drop-off, maybe scout a little more shallow or drift with the wind, and then go inside over there and see if we can find some fish on the shallows. It looks like it's gonna be, you know, with holes of 3.5 meters and some grass growing over there. Can be really good. And the clarity seems to be a bit better than where we launched this morning, so I think it's worth a try. But scout first, then go shallow.
So we went into this nice bay, which looked really good on the boating app. And also it's shallow, a lot of vegetation. We thought about maybe throwing in a little jerkbait, like this Harakiri super swimmer. Maybe find a big one, maybe find a few small ones. Relatively shallow fishing, but the main coda is hitting the ground every now and again. Nice dust clouds kicking up.
Watch this. Yeah, that's how shallow it is.
Yeah. Hesitant to go further in. It looks even more shallow over there with all the reeds even in the middle of the bay. Maybe we should move out and try some deeper holes and look with the live.
Let's just do the vertical game. See if we can find them like this. Maybe they are a little bit more packed against the bottom. Front. Oh, there's one. There's one. Fuck. I got it. One of the things we noticed in Finland is that it's all relatively flat. It's all connected to each other and mostly sandy bottoms. And that results in brown water, especially compared to lakes in Sweden where you sometimes have crystal clear water. In the area where we fished, we didn't really find clear water, so that limits your options. And naturally, one of the viable techniques over there is live fishing.
Dat is een aardige koe.
Let's do the vertical game. I think Frans and I, we were discussing about how we see a lot of bait fish on the drop-off and on the deeper water, but we don't really see any fish in the pelagic zone so far. But I think they're like packed towards the bottom, especially the big pike. Maybe we need to find them over there. So I think we need to run them out with down mode and check the bottom and see if we see some fish standing on the bottom. Like we do in the Netherlands, you know, sometimes on the sandy bottom when you don't find them on the shallows or on the deeper water. They're just lying flat with their bellies on the bottom, and then with a live transducer scouting for them like this. Works really nicely. Normally you could cast for them and with the clear water they would come up, but with this water coloration it's not going to happen. So let's see if we can find them this way. For this game we mainly used two different baits, the Scout vertical bait fish and the good old monster slug from Savage Gear.
Oh, kut. Tikkie naar achter, Fleur. Snel. Hebben. Holy fucking shit.
Took a little bit of effort. Fucking
They never give up.
even got markings on the tongue.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Not so much on the belly. So cool. Nice. Let's get her back and let's get that meter zander. I'll bless it with my blood.
Look at the tank. What the hell?
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
It wasn't even the only one around. There were like 3 others cruising like this one.
What a beast. So we're using 2 different soft baits today. The good old monster slug. This is the 20 centimeter version, I think it's 20, right?
Yeah. We call it the small one, but
Yeah, I think it's alright, yeah, because the Scout vertical bait fish is 22 centimeters, so yeah.
yeah.
So far our experience in Finland is that the water is quite murky, and that makes it tricky compared to the fishing you normally used on Finland, for instance. On clear water that's way easier than on the murky water conditions that you often find in Finland. Yes, it works on the shallows and yes, it works in between the grass, but the structure fishing, as people know in Sweden, so far that has been difficult for us to find in Finland.
Finland. It was a long way to get here. It took us 2.5 days to get here. It's probably gonna take us another 48 hours to get back. Yeah, mixed feelings. The zander fishing has huge potential, you can see, but they were like super picky, as you can see today. Can't tell you too much about the production that we did for Savage Gear, but the 2 days that we fished for ourselves, pike fishing was relatively difficult, I must say. And the thing overall that, I don't know, disappointed me, maybe disappointment is a big word, but the murkiness of the water. Like finding clear water, well, it proved to be really difficult. Like, yeah, tricky to say the least. Yeah, we drove all the way from Helsinki towards the northeast, and it was really difficult to find any clear water like we're used to in Sweden. So yeah, and you can see that with pike activity as well. But then again, if you find pike in this brown coffee-like water, they react really nicely. I mean, they wouldn't leap up like 3 or 4 meters like they would do on clear water, but they definitely move a meter or two. The base percent is close to them, I must say. It's really remote. It can be really cool for some people, and it can be a bit overwhelming for other people, I guess.
Yeah, you have to think when to gas up the car.
Yeah, you have to plan shit. That's definitely the case. It is a big hassle to bring your own boat because the ferry was like 30 hours. Oh, one on the drop off.
Yeah, I don't know.
And so far we fished a lot with live, and the trolling can be good on certain lakes if the water is clear enough, but I must say that the clear water was very hard to find for us, and the one day that we trolled on relatively clear water was super slow. And everything is just really remote, you have to think about that too. Let's go to another lake, yeah, that's like 1.5 hours drive. That's because the lakes are so big. But there are tons of rivers.
Yeah, the potential is great. There's a lot of water, and we haven't even seen like 0.001%.
And the hard part also is that it's all relatively flat. And there's a lot of water being moved from, I guess, the north towards the south eventually, flowing back into the Baltic. Yeah. And with a lot of sediment and mud, it just gets really, murky.
Yeah, Sweden is very rocky, but here the bottoms are sandy and clay.
I do think that is beneficial for the fish population.
Oh yeah.
Because you see it?
Oh, the bait fish, yeah.
So much bait fish. Today as well, when we were scouting, like the big bay that we scouted, all the first deep holes that we scouted as well. Tons of bait fish.
A huge
It's so surprising that it was so hard to find.
Yeah, and we had a few small ones with jerk baits, had a few takes.
No, it's not like Sweden. We realized that as well. But we came here to explore and see the remoteness of the eastern part of Finland, do something new. I'm not sure if I would go camping out here. Villa has spotted some bears here as well, so that's one thing. But on the other hand, if you look at the islands in Sweden, it's all rocky and flat, and well, not all flat, but you have some spots where you could just put up your tent. Here, it's the wilderness. It's just completely fully grown with basically just trees. Mosquitoes, a little worse than Sweden. Manageable still. I think we don't have the full grunt of it compared to how it can normally be.
Yeah.
But it seems to be
annoying, especially at the ramp.
Yeah.
Imagine camping and sitting on a log and
preparing yourself some food. Yeah. Well, a campfire scares them away a little, but yeah. It's definitely worth to go another time.
Yeah.
But I'm not 100% sure if Sweden kicks is dethroned. We have to fish a little more out here, and a little more with scout a couple other lakes. Because, this lake has been really nice, and it's huge. You have so many options. But
and maybe try a different season.
Different season as well. But I think we just have been a little bit unlucky. And of course, we spent a lot of time. We wanted to get the really, really big zander, so that's also a thing. But yeah, well, we got 7 hours left. A little less than 7 hours. We're gonna grind it out.
We will be fucked.
We will be tired, but we can sleep on the ferry. That's it.
Of course. Ja.
Weirdest thing about Finland.
The language?
The best thing about Finland so far.
The wilderness?
The most convenient thing about Finland so far. Shit.
Wow. I don't know.
Would you prefer a 1.30 m plus pike or a meter zander?
Meter zander.
That's easy. That's easy. Pelagic fishing or casting?
Casting.
Casting or trolling?
If they bite, casting.
All right. Trolling or pelagic?
Yeah, trolling.
No, all right.
Fucking hell.
Jesus. Well, that's the cool thing about Finland as well. The pike are crazy strong. It's like a 90 centimeter fish and it just goes absolutely ballistic. Look at this.
What do you like most about Finland?
No fishing pressure, just being out all alone with no other boats. That's really nice.
What do you dislike most about Finland?
The mosquitoes, yeah. I think the distance is so bloody far away. It's you can't have it all, but
Perch or zander?
zander. Zander. Fucking easy.
Pelagic casting or regular casting?
Regular casting.
Blind casting.
Blind casting, yeah, for sure.
Okay. Pelagic casting or pelagic vertical?
I think pelagic vertical. Because you play with the fish more.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if they hammer it like they did this spring, yeah, then the pelagic casting is fun. But that's clear water and pike. Like, I don't know. I resent the pelagic casting in murky water. It just annoys me. It just annoys me. Just you have to be top on the fish and then it responds, and then zander, the way zander are, just no, very good for sure. Yeah. Okay. Most convenient thing about Finland is the fact that you can pay in euros.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't think of that.
Annoying thing about Finland is the fact that you
See how fucking expensive everything is?
everything is fucking expensive. Yeah. Some stuff was like 20, 30, 40% more expensive than I didn't expect that.
So same goes for you. 1.30 m pike or a meter plus zander?
I think a meter zander. I think there like a zander over a meter is like something you can get over here. And it's gonna be really hard in the Netherlands, I guess. I don't know. You have to do it on night fishing in the Netherlands. Of course, you can get it without a night fishing rod. Most of it is being done on the nights. I don't know. I don't want to spend night fishing for zander that much. So, yeah, I would. Meter zander.
As the sun is slowly setting, our time in Finland is almost up. We keep fishing until, well, we can't anymore. We have to take the ferry later on, and, well, we still have an Airbnb, but it's like 1.5 hours away. So we continue the grind and see what the night brings.
Well, the sun definitely has set. It's chilly. I'm gonna take out the puffer jacket in a minute.
But where are the fish?
Yeah, they are everywhere in the water. No, they're gone. Since the sun has set, we have found only one big zander that each time we got over it, it swam down to the bottom. Then in the distance you could see on the live sonar that it got up again. We chased it, we came close, and then it went down again. So either it doesn't like being chased with a live sonar, maybe it has been caught several times and knows the deal, or We still have like 4 hours left to fish.
3.
3.
Yeah, this is on the Dutch time zone, this one.
Oh yeah. And we have to drive back to Helsinki. And we are awake now for like 18 hours.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But seriously, dude, what if you can't find the fish anymore?
Then we're proper fucked. Because that means that we're stuck. We're technically still in a B&B, but then we have to drive back like for 1 hour and 45 minutes, and then we can sleep for just 1.5 hours, and then we have to leave because we have to check in on the ferry at 12 or 1 o'clock.
I'm starting to believe this wasn't such a good idea, dude.
I think you're right.
We haven't seen a single fish in 3 hours. Normally the
Oh yeah, that looks good.
Normally the night fishing is relatively good, but here it seems to be the opposite. Since the sun has set, not a single fish. Well, we're almost there. 2 more hours to go. Maybe we can guess now. Your turn. So.
One more fish to wrap it up, maybe? Really nicely found, dude. Really nicely found.
It's a bit sketchy doing pelagic fishing on 2 to 4 meters of depth, but
Yeah.
it's not even a bad one either.
No.
Oh,
Nice.
well done. Nicely done. Alright, that's it. We're done. Let's head back towards the car. I don't know. We found one big fish on the shallows, actually. They just kept following the baits. Well, not even following, they didn't show any interest, they just swam away. We caught one on the shallows, I missed one on the shallows, but scouting with a live transducer on like 3 to 4 meters of depth isn't really the most effective thing to do. But it was a cool experiment. Tried to maximize our fishing time in Finland, the time that we had left. Now it's time to get to off the ramp, then the ferry, and then in 48 hours we'll be back home. It was one hell of a trip, and stay tuned for the video on the Savage Gear official YouTube channel. And Frans, thank you for joining me on this lovely adventure. But friendly people, a lot of big fish, murky water, shitty roads. What else? Until next time, see you.